The Texas sun beat down relentlessly on the sprawling Hawthorne ranch, painting the fields in brilliant golds and deep amber. Dust swirled with every step of the cattle and horses, mixing with the sharp scent of leather and sweat. To anyone passing by, it seemed a place alive with vigor, ruled by a man whose reputation alone commanded respect. But to the ranch's owner, a man named Derek Hawthorne, it was a fortress of solitude. At 34, Derek's rugged features and piercing gray eyes made him both admired and feared. He was a man of few words, quick to anger, and unyielding when challenged. Women came and went in his life, fleeting flames in whiskey-scented nights, but none ever stayed. He preferred it that way. His heart had long built walls he refused to tear down. That all began to shift one quiet afternoon by the river that ran along the edge of his property. The river was Derek's rare piece of softness, a place workers used to wash clothes or cool off. He rarely visited, preferring horses or whiskey over reflection. Yet that day, something drew him there, as if fate had decided he needed to see what was unfolding. By the riverbank knelt a woman, sleeves rolled up, dark hair loosely tied, strands falling to frame her face. She moved with quiet efficiency, scrubbing clothes against smooth stones, laying them neatly on rocks to dry. Her calm demeanor was captivating, but it was her eyes, steady, brown, guarded, that struck Derek with something he hadn't felt in years. When she finally noticed him, she lifted her gaze. "You're on private land," Derek said, his voice sharp, trying to mask the jolt he felt. "I know," she replied softly. "I was sent here. My name is Elena Morales." The foreman added, "She's here to handle the laundry for the ranch." Derek blinked, frowning, more from surprise than anger. "So she's not trespassing?" Elena nodded, returning to her work. "I suppose that's what you'd call it." Derek's gaze lingered, uneasy. She wasn't flirtatious or fawning like other women. She was quietly confident, self-possessed, and it made him uneasy. In the days that followed, Derek found himself visiting the river more often than he cared to admit. He told himself it was to ensure Elena did her work properly, but deep down, he knew the truth. He wanted to see her. Elena was methodical, efficient, and spoke little. Her distance intrigued Derek more than any attention she could give him. Every glance across the river, every brief exchange made him feel walls around his heart crack bit by bit. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Derek saw her staring across the fields, her notebook clutched tightly. Something inside him stirred. Elena was carrying more than laundry. She carried a secret, a pain, something heavy that made his protective instincts flare.
Their small interactions became moments Derek couldn't ignore. A shared glance over baskets of wet clothes, a fleeting smile across the yard, silences that said more than words ever could. One afternoon, he found her sitting beneath a sycamore tree, scribbling furiously in her notebook. He approached, curious. "What's in there?" he asked. She snapped it shut. "Nothing you need to see." Derek frowned. People usually sought his attention, but she guarded herself fiercely. He only nodded, sensing her strength and mystery. Later that week, a storm rolled in, dark clouds swallowing the horizon. Rain whipped across the ranch, and Elena struggled to secure clothes left out by the river. Derek ran to her side, grabbing her wrist just as the river swelled. "You could have been swept away," he shouted over the thunder. "I can't let this be ruined," she snapped, wet hair plastered to her face. Her determination left him breathless. For a heartbeat, the world narrowed to just the two of them. But the moment broke, and they parted reluctantly, both aware of the growing tension between them. Days later, Elena lingered at the river, notebook open. A man appeared, tall, polished, dangerous. "I see you've been hiding," he said, a crooked smile on his lips. Elena froze. Derek arrived moments later, heart pounding. "Who is this?" he demanded. The man introduced himself as Victor Serrano, an old associate from Elena's past. The tension between them was immediate. Victor implied she was running from trouble, debts, and danger, threatening not only her, but Derek's land and life. Elena confessed in whispered tones to Derek, "It's complicated. I thought if I kept my head down, I could finally be free." Derek's voice was rough, but certain. "I don't care about your past. What matters is now, and now I protect you." Victor, unafraid, challenged him. "You think you can keep her safe?" Derek's revolver clicked, calm and deadly. "Not anymore. She stays here, on my land." Victor returned with men, attempting to intimidate Derek and Elena. A fierce fight erupted, fists, ropes, and gunfire. Derek moved with precise, lethal efficiency, his eyes locked on Victor. Every shot, every command, protected Elena. Finally, Derek subdued Victor, sending a clear warning. This land, this woman, and this life were untouchable. Exhausted but victorious, Derek turned to Elena. She trembled, tears streaking her face, notebook clutched to her chest. He pulled her close. "You're safe," he murmured. "As long as I breathe, no one touches you." For the first time in years, Elena allowed herself to believe it, to trust, to stay, to belong. Weeks later, life returned to normal on the ranch. Workers respected Elena, seeing her strength. Derek changed too. The rugged, solitary cowboy now shared mornings and nights with her, no longer alone. One evening, by the river where it all began, Elena scrubbed shirts with calm focus. Derek approached, slipping his arms around her waist. "Never thought I'd find peace here," she whispered. "Never thought I'd find love here," he replied. The river flowed on strong and unyielding, carrying away fear and leaving behind hope, trust, and a future together.